and this is PetarSmiljana Qigong. Today I will talk about simplicity of ancients and why Qigong is sometimes so simple. We all know that Qigong is beneficial for many things, and among them is a physical health. But for that reason it can be mistaken with some other forms of physical exercise like stretching, yoga, warm-ups in the gym, aerobics and so on. However, it is unique from the perspective and philosophy or mindset which is behind the movements and forms. What is unique about Qigong is that it follows the natural way or Tao, which is sometimes obscured by the loss of information. Ancient Chinese Taoists did write a lot and spent quite a lot of paper just to preserve the information known then, and we are just beginning to discover it. You should know that it has been only 40 years or so since first Chinese Qigong sets and martial arts were introduced to the West. This also includes traditional Chinese medicine. Yes, there was acupuncture known in Europe before that time. Some of it came also to USA with immigrants from China, but this never happened in such a way as it happened after President Nixon visited China in early 1970s. And China opened to the West culturally. What was hidden before was now available, and Chinese archaeologists are discovering new texts, and there are many being translated. And I can't tell you how excited and happy I am about that. I believe that ancient Chinese culture or cultures have many things to say about many things lost or forgotten, including those of the origin of mankind and what is the purpose of doing daily Qigong. I'm extremely happy that in today's world we can easily access the information about the topics that even 25 years ago, when I was starting to be interested in spirituality and energy work, wasn't available, at least not that easily as today. Today we have the internet, communication is fast and easy, and you don't need to hold paper book in your hands in order to get the information needed. You can just search or click and voila! My uncle Milan, older brother of my mom, who is the only one among my relatives holding a PhD, once said, "When I was studying and preparing for my PhD, I was in library all the time. Everything needed to be read, copied with a pen, then thought well, and then typed with typewriter. Today it is easy, you can just copy-paste, and believe me, it is not the same. Every sentence that I wrote was 100 times thought over." Do you know that what we do today is generate a lot of words that don't mean anything or just simply are there for the count factor, not because they would bring any extra value to the text, which is supposed to inform you? But then again, there are texts that are written with the purpose to amuse you, to seduce you, to buy something or try something, and so on. Ancient Taoists were very simple about their writings. In fact, they were sometimes so simple that many of the Westerners thought these Chinese people were simple-minded folks who only preferred to grow rice, be quiet and do their martial arts or some sort of traditional arts like drawing, calligraphy or silk embroiderment. However, they knew what they were doing. Those texts are simple on first sight, and if you are not interested anymore, good. Farewell. But if you get interested, then you might be the person who can learn something from such texts. It is the same with today's teachers and masters of Qigong and martial arts. They might look simple and sometimes even rustic, but that might be just the cover for those practitioners who are just an amusement seekers. The wisdom they hold is sometimes tremendous and priceless, and will transmit it on those who are willing to learn. This wisdom might be simple, but it is universal. Truth is always simple. Don't be deluded by the hard mental work, diplomas and statuses, which are nowadays commonly the most valued. If you search for the truth, look it up in your own subconscious behavior, body responses and emotions, and not your thoughts and highly complicated sentences made up by your mind just for the amusement of another mind which is like yours. When you do Qigong and you meditate, you start changing from complicated towards simple. You become simple if you want it or not. It is in its nature. It is the way, or Tao. Tao is simple. Qigong in its original form is simple, always. That is why young people are not that interested in Qigong. They need challenges to prove they are worthy. When you grow, you become fond of simplicity, hidden in all things that matter. But let's say that you would come to my class and you would ask me, what exercise should I do? Or what is there to be done for the issue that you have? Would you listen to me if I would recommend you to do the simplest exercise, which you will learn in the next post, and do it daily and continuously, and you will overcome your issue? Shaking. It is the simplest exercise I know, and it's holistic. In the next video I will talk about the shaking. May the Chi be with you. Bye.